Okay, let's talk about horizontal financial analysis. So we're going to look at financial statements and we're going to look at them horizontally. In other words, we're going to look at them year after year, not vertically. Vertically will be a different section. So let's look at the changes in horizontal analysis or trend changes between data and years, between dollar and percentage forms. So if we look at Clover Corporation here, we can see that we have this year and last year, and then we're going to look at the difference, the increase or decrease in the amount, and then the percentage. So in changing the dollar amount, we take the dollar change equals the current figure minus the base year figure. And so we want to remember that the base year figure is the dollar amounts for last year in this particular case, and then we minus simply the current year. The percentage change is the dollar change divided by the base year figure. So this is very important. The dollar change is one thing. So we do the dollar change first. Then we simply divide by the base year figure to get our total, and of course multiply that by 100% to turn it into a percentage. So in this case, you can see that Clover Corporation has current assets of $12,000 this year. Last year it had $23,500. So to get the difference, we simply subtract this year from last year. This year is $12,000 minus $23,500 for an amount of increase or decrease. In this case, it's going to be a decrease of $11,500. Then we take that amount, the $11,500, which is the cash difference between the two, or the amount difference between the two, and divide it by the base year. So we would divide 11,500 by 23,500 times 100%, and we would find out that we have a negative 48.9% fall in cash from this year to last year. So both numbers are important. Is that the number is the dollar amount of change is one number, and the second number is the percentage amount of change. Percentage amount is very important because if we use percentages, we can compare different size companies or different size balance sheets or income statements across each other, because the percentage change will tell you, even though the actual dollar number changed maybe quite a bit, the percentage maybe doesn't, because the company is so large. So it helps very much to have percentages across financial statements because the company size will be different. So let's take this to the next step further and go through the whole spreadsheet. As we go through here, you can see that last year was $40,000 in accounts receivable. This year is $60,000. So that's going to be this year minus last year, which is $20,000. That's 60 minus 40 is 20,000, and 20,000 divided by last year of 40,000 would give you 50% of an increase. So you have 50% increase in accounts receivable. So we have less cash and we have more accounts receivable. Well, that starts to make sense. If you start putting the idea of what's going on in the company, is we have less cash and we have more accounts receivable. So apparently people have been buying more product on credit than they have been buying on cash. You can go through the rest of it. Is inventories have fallen by 20%. Prepaid expenses are very small, but there's a huge increase in the prepaid expenses, which leads us to believe that, again, is why we have lower cash. And then the total current assets are down by 5.9%. Property and land, land has not changed. Buildings and equipment have gone up considerably. We have an increase of $35,000 in building equipment. Total property and equipment has gone up, and total assets have gone up 8.7%. So you can see is by turning them all into percentages, we can compare to other institutions or other entities, and then of course by turning them in trend analysis, horizontal analysis, we can compare year after year.